Why do you build me up? Buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and the worst of all.
What is going on, guys? I am back with another review of a day at an amusement park, my first one since DreamWorks, and today we are talking about opening day at Hersheypark. So this was a really fantastic opening day. Let me just say that right now before I start this review of the day. So let's just get started. So when we first got inside the park, we thought Sky Rush was going to be closed because of the temps at the time. But we saw it testing and we got so hyped, oh my god, we were just so excited to get back on Sky Rush. So that's where we started, on Sky Rush. And that was a good ride on Sky Rush, but it still needed to warm up a bit, so it's alright, but yeah, so I'm excited that we started off with Sky Rush first. And yeah, so anyway, after Sky Rush, we headed to Great Bear for a front seat ride on it, and that was a good front seat ride on it. And then afterwards, we headed back on Great Bear for a back seat ride on it, and that was really good. And Great Bear is a front seat ride for me, I would say, and Evie thinks it's a backseat ride, but I really like the front on Great Bear better. I really love the front on Great Bear. I love the front on Great Bear. I love the front on Great Bear. I love the front on Great Bear. You love the front on Great Bear. You love the front on Great Bear. You love the front on Great Bear. And yeah, so after those two rides on Great Bear, we did the Kissing Tower for my first time since 2018 at Christmas Candy Lane that year, and Evie's first ever time on it, which was insane, guys. Yeah, so we got good views of the park. It was good for me getting back on the Kissing Tower, and for Evie getting on the Hershey's Kissing Tower for the very first time. And anyway, after the Kissing Tower, the Triple Towers were closed, of course. So we headed to Spring Creek Smokehouse to try to go there for lunch, but then the line was too long and it was paused. So then we had to get out of line for Spring Creek Smokehouse and head straight to Storm Runner, which was a really good ride on Storm Runner, by the way. And yeah, it was so good getting back on Storm Runner for the season, and it was really good. And yeah, so after Storm Runner, we got some updates on Jolly Rancher Remix, which if you haven't watched my mixed and Jolly Rancher Remix construction update from opening day, go check it out. But they have made lots of progress with the tunnel. They built the speakers for the audio, and so we were right about those black things at the top, maybe releasing the flavor smell and stuff, which I'm looking forward to smelling blue raspberry the most in Jolly Rancher Remix's tunnel. That's going to be so lit. And that's my favorite Jolly Rancher flavor too. And I keep getting Jolly Ranchers lately to show my hype for Jolly Rancher Remix, and especially mixed too, because I love Jolly Ranchers, and I'm just getting them lately to show my hypeness for Jolly Rancher Remix and Mixed. And yeah, so I'm also getting these to prepare myself to smell all 5 flavors on Jolly Rancher Remix's tunnel. I am that hyped for it. Oh man, so Jolly Rancher Remix is going to be so lit. And so is Mixed, too. That's the thing that I'm most looking forward to, is finally getting on a Zamperla Nebulaz after all those years, which is really good. And yeah, so after we got an update on those, we headed to Spring Creek Smokehouse for real this time. And then we got in line, and I ordered a pulled pork sandwich with mac and cheese, and Evie ordered a ribs sandwich, and then a cornbread muffin for a side, which I haven't really tried the cornbread muffin, but I know I probably might not like cornbread muffins, so and so anyway, after our lunch at Spring Creek Smokehouse, we headed to Lightning Racer because we saw that it was open when we got a little closer to Midway America, and I was like freaking out with excitement as usual. And yeah, so we got on Lightning and Thunder, and yeah, so after our rides on Lightning Racer, we headed to the Ferris Wheel for the first time this season, and then we got some good views of it, and yeah, so after the Ferris Wheel, we headed to Wildcat for a ride on that, and that was an alright ride on Wildcat. We just heard a rumor that Wildcat might be getting RMC'd, so I'll be excited if that happens because Wildcat, it's an alright GCI. Like, yeah, I was really overrating it after I got off of it because I was able to handle it that well. And yeah, so anyway, after Wildcat, we headed to the Claw, which was a good ride in on that, and yeah, that was a really good ride on the Claw. It was good getting back on the Claw for the season. It's my favorite flat at Hershey, and we got the high side on the Claw too, which was lit. And after the Claw, we headed to Candymonium, where we saw, yeah, a lot of stuff. Let me just tell you that much. Yeah, so anyway, after our ride on Candymonium, which was good, by the way, we got a good backseat ride on Candymonium on the Twizzlers train. And so after Candymonium, we headed to Comet for a ride on that, but we waited like almost an hour for it, which really sucked, but hey, like, it's Hersheypark and it's Comet. What do you expect? It's opening day. So after we got off of Comet, we went for a re-ride on Sky Rush, which was decent. It warmed up by the time we got back on it, but we still waited for the front seat too because we thought since the front seat had a shorter line, it would go by quicker, but no. Like, it went by way slower than the other rows, which, like, made me really wish that we waited for another row other than the front on Sky Rush. But it's alright, we got a row other than the front on Sky Rush this morning, so... And plus, I love Sky Rush in the front row. You can't really go wrong with that. And, yeah, so after Sky Rush, we headed to Great Bear for a re-ride on that. And after Great Bear, we rode the Reese's Tower and the Kissing Tower. And both of those were really good. And after that, we headed to Fahrenheit for a ride on that. Since the line had gone down way much, we did not expect getting on Fahrenheit on opening day, but we got on it. And so anyway, after the Fahrenheit, we had our final ride of the day on Howler, which was nothing special since the black thing wasn't really working to spin it, and so we ended up having a casual ride on it, which stunk, but it was nothing special. So after the Howler, we picked up our merch here for 2022 at Hersheypark, and then we went Hershey Supply Co., went in the Sweetery, and that's it, we're leaving. And then we were like, that's it, we're leaving. And we weren't exactly like that, but we left after we went to the Sweetery. And yeah, so anyway, that concludes this review of opening day at Hersheypark. It was a fantastic opening day. We even got on Fahrenheit, which I totally did not expect. I did not even expect us to get on all the major coasters at Hersheypark, but we did. And yeah, so make sure to stay tuned for more. Coming soon to Coaster Plus Music 19. And make sure to go check out my merch store on Bonfire. I'll have a link in the description. I have t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, face masks, all the things. So make sure to go check that out. I'll have a link in the description. And I will see you in the next